Okay, everybody, welcome to the Stock Pick Profits daily live show, aftermarket recap. Let's start off with the legalities as we wait for people to sign on. So, past performance is no indicator of future performance. We are not registered investment advisors. Anything in this show should nothing in this show should be taken as an offer to buy or sell any security or option. Read the disclaimer, it's important. You should always read the disclaimer. So we'll give everybody a chance to sign on here. Kind of a fluxy market day today, soft market day. Interesting. So we'll give everybody a chance to sign on here while we do a little fine tuning on the show. All right, let's see here. So let's go ahead and get started. It's Monday. It's a sluggish day, right? So everybody kind of gets here when they get here. You can always watch the recording. You can watch the replay if you're that interested. So it was a fluxy market day. You can kind of see with the numbers here. We started off. Futures were nice and green at the open, and we had the market opened up. The Dow pushed up, the NASDAQ pushed up, the S&P pushed up. Then we had kind of a fluxy day the rest of the day. We're stuck in a channel. Very thin trading and very lethargic trading. So, they say don't ever short a dull market. And so we're not going to short this market. But we did open up a new play today. So let's go ahead and get into the news and stuff. There's still that potential government shutdown looming around the corner. How this is going to play into the market's interesting. Trump is already murmuring about his border wall funding. And so we'll see how that plays out. He swore after the omnibus budget that he would never again sign a budget like that. He would never again sign a bill like that. He didn't get his border funding in that. He got more weight in it, more bulk in it than he wanted. And it wasn't a satisfactory deal. Even the Republicans weren't totally happy with that deal, but we needed to pass something. We needed to keep the economy ignited, and he's done that. So now this was the plan all along, right? We were going to have a second round of tax cuts, and we're going to have a budget financing, our border wall financing in this budget. So let's see how this works out. It could be an interesting week, But that's one of the things lingering is that government shutdown. Not a whole lot of airtime too, right? We're not seeing a whole lot of play on that. The other thing too is the trade talk, right? We heard murmurings about Canada today. They had the budgeting office and stuff was giving the press conference with Sarah Sanders today. There was a lot of explaining. There's mention of Canada, but not much else. We think that's the catalyst. We think that that's the catalyst that this market's waiting for, and we're playing it like that. So we, and if you guys need some help, you know where to click the link. But the way we played it, we opened up a new play today. We opened up a play in XLK, which is the S&P 500 technology ETF. And we did that to get some nice exposure. And the reason we went with XLK, we don't play XLK often, but we watch it all the time. It can offer some opportunities in the right situation, and we think this is the right situation. What happened was we were looking across the board on tech, and it's just, it looked like if we could have got Amazon and Apple to participate today, we would have had a nice rally. But, we ended up a few points, and we'll take it going into this the rest of the week. But we opened up this position in XLK because right now it's just difficult to tell what tech stocks are going to catch, right? I mean, we just had the sell down in chips. Chips actually had a good day today, right? AMD and stuff had real good days today. How do you pick that one winner, right? The superstar in this, who's the diamond in the rough? And so instead of trying to guess that, why not? We just took the whole market. So we went with XLK and we opened these up kind of down the line to give it a little time to gel. September is generally the worst performing month of the year. We've started off exactly as expected. But we think there might be a little bit of a trend buster here, depending on the news cycle. So we'll see how that goes. We're still long on the Qs. We still like tech at this position. We think it's just your normal end of the world, sell all your tech buying opportunity. So we're buyers here. We still have our steel play. We opened up a little play in X on Friday. We're still riding that a little bit. X was holding right around that $29 level. think it closed a little bit below, but nothing to be concerned about. X is one of those parabolic stocks. You'll see when it really moves, when it starts to move, it'll move like crazy. These little dances right now are not really indicative of the stock. So, we closed at 28.92, down a couple pennies after hours, but who pays attention after hours nowadays? Anyways, it never adds up to anything. But so, that's kind of the flow of the day, right? And, Apple was kind of taking a beat down, not a beat down, but a little bit of a downer. Today it was down a couple points, and that's just because there's a lot of talk of how this trade war is going to affect Apple now. Apple's kind of been shielded from this trade war talk, right, until the last maybe 8-10 days. And all of a sudden they're saying, Trump is pressuring Apple to make the iPhone in America. Analysts are saying that if they do, that the iPhone retail price will go up about 20%. That cuts into sales. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and it's really starting to take a little bit of a toll on Apple. Apple is still probably one of the best companies on the planet, especially for amount of money made, right? I mean, they've got trillions and billions in their bank account, cash. They've got a nice, strong stock. They've got a great product line, and they've got a lot going on for it. So this is a buying opportunity. What do you think Warren Buffett is doing here? We've seen this how many times? It's even just in this last year, right? Every time Apple gets a little bit of headwinds to it, all these analysts and all these gurus and stuff start talking about how you should get out of Apple, lower your exposure to Apple. What is Warren Buffett like? The last 3 times, it wasn't even 3 or 4 days when Apple started recovering that all of a sudden it came out, well, Warren Buffett added 3% to his position. He added 5% to his position. You buy when they sell, you sell when they buy. This is a dip and you should be buying it. And that's the way we feel right now. So, before you start second guessing yourself, go with a proven winner, Warren Buffett, right? Every time Apple goes down, he buys some more. He doesn't buy at the tops. He buys at the bottoms. That's why he's Warren Buffett. That's why he's a billionaire. And then CBS trying to clear out all this baggage that less moves brought. Interesting, they less moves over the years. CBS is what CBS is because of less moves, and there's a big question mark now with CBS going forward. It already had pressure on it because of the football contracts and stuff. What's going on with the NFL? But you got to really remember, of all the networks, CBS is the most watched network, and they have a very nice blend. The way they blend their movie entertainment and their sports programming and their news programming, along with their normal, your primetime programming and stuff. CBS has done a great job of that. Will that continue? There's already some pressure right on the company over the football contracts. There was a little pressure a few weeks ago about the social side of their programming, the talking points, the liberal talking points and things that they have to put in every show. And now you've got less moves leaving. Now, at base value, when you look at this, you think, well, less moves, all these accusations and stuff, it's good for the company, right? I mean, you would think, okay, they're getting rid of this scoundrel. But really, that scoundrel is the one who is navigating this ship to all these great highs and stuff. So it's an interesting thing. Other than that, there's just not a whole lot of news today. My God, when's the last time we were able to say this? There's just not a lot of news today. There were some Trump tweets from President Trump, but they were pretty much just about economic bragging. No threats, no tariff threats, things like that. We've got these... The North Koreans had their big military parade, and they didn't have long-range missiles in it. A lot of people are seeing that as a good gesture from Kim Jong to the U.S. administration, that they are serious about denuclearization. North Korea is kind of a forgotten point, right? And it almost seemed like it was going to flash back up in the last couple of weeks with these the rhetoric going between the two nations, but it never did. And it looks like the situation's still under control, and we'll see how it goes forward. Living in Hawaii, we're very sensitive about North Korea's nuclear capabilities. Speaking about nuclear threats, Big hurricane about to hit the East Coast, right? If you guys are on the East Coast, you guys take care, all right? And here in Hawaii, we've got another one coming at us, but the forecasters, it should be around the Big Island, hitting towards Maui, which puts us right in the line in Honolulu, Tuesday or Wednesday. But they're projecting it to be a tropical storm. That's not as bad as a hurricane, but it's not good. So we'll see how that plays out. A lot of weather in the mix. So look, we're going to go to the questions and stuff, and we'll kind of see what's going on. If anybody's got any questions or comments, looks like the usual, gang. Thank you so much, gang, for joining us. Did we have a great time on Friday or what? Was that one of the most amazing times? I want you to know the trade team had a fantastic time. You members, we're going to put out the list in the group tomorrow. And then you guys sign up if you want to be on the Friday show, you want to talk story, you just want to be on the internet, man. That's cool. It's a lot of fun being on the internet, I can tell you. But look, let's kind of call it a day. Like we said, we set up this new play in XLK, which is your S&P 500 technology ETF. And then that way we don't have to pick who's going to be the winner out of this next tech rally. We're just going to pick tech. And that's kind of a simple way to do it. But XLK is one of those ETFs that sometimes it moves, sometimes that you got to play it right. And we think we played it right. We're still long on the Qs, we're still long on steel, and we're still long on financials. So, and we've also still got that long we set up a couple weeks back on gold. So we're still gold bugs. We like the market to rally over the next couple of days. We think today was actually a good base building day. There could have been some extreme volatility in the market, pushing it downward. But, you know, the Dow gave it up at the end of the day. But really, the NASDAQ, the tech sector, which is what we're playing right now, had a great day. It could have been better, but it was a great day, all things considered. And we're feeling like it's built a nice platform for the next explosion. So look, gang, it doesn't look like a lot of questions down there. So we're going to kind of call it a show. As always, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow, maybe a little bit more to talk about tomorrow. You know, today was like paint drying. We talked about it in the membership. Really, the team only made a couple posts today. There just wasn't that much to talk about. Everything after that first 45 minutes to 60 minutes of the market day just kind of slipped into a channel, and it all just stayed there. So again, one of the oldest sayings in the market is don't ever short a dull market. And this is a very dull market. So be careful out there. Now, you guys looking for some trade ideas? No worries, Savar. You guys looking for some trade ideas right now? Really, the trade ideas we like is setting up on this NASDAQ trade. We think there's going to be a big opportunity, a big move. So you should have been spending your Friday or Monday. Maybe, you know, if we don't get overnight news and stuff, you might have a little bit of opportunity too in the first half of the market day tomorrow. Who knows? Things could blow up overnight. It could go down 1,000 points too, right? Never know. Anyways, all you football buffs, you got Monday Night Football tonight. You guys enjoy. We are still protesting the NFL. We are over it. The game's just not fun anymore. Okay? And I'll tell you why. And I'll share this with you guys real quick before you go. So we were here in the trade room because we were doing some back end work. And Sunday Night Football was coming on. And I guess Carrie Underwood did a new song for Sunday Night Football. We weren't actually watching it here, but we heard it from friends and stuff. We didn't watch any football yesterday. But so the Carrie Underwood, I guess it's the entrance song for Sunday Night Football comes out. Twitter just goes apeshit crazy, right? They're mad. They don't like it. Something's always freaking wrong. You know what I mean? You guys notice that in sports today? The whole thing, like with the tennis thing, what happened with Serena Williams and this young lady, I forget her name, Osaka, I think is her name. But she won her first Grand Slam, and she won it beating her idol, Serena. Serena, right or wrong, turned the whole thing into a shit show. It was just an embarrassment for tennis. It was just an embarrassment. I felt so sorry for that little girl. She finally won a Grand Slam, and she spent the time in tears and not tears of joy. You know, it's just across the board. It seems like sport is just not sport anymore. It's either got to be a political football or it's got to be some kind of social media freaking war. And sport is just not fun anymore. So you know what? Let's have fun in the market. And when we're not doing that, let's go outdoors and enjoy the sun, right? Let's be sports ourselves. Anyways, gang. So look, Jesse, yeah, we're thinking there's gonna be a big pop here pretty soon. And usually these dull days are a sign of it, because you get some consolidation, right? You had a big sell-off on Friday or Thursday, Friday, right? You had the nice sell downs on tech, great buying opportunity. It's just like what we said earlier in the show. Take the cue from a guy like Warren Buffett. The guy, he can't argue with his success, right? What does he do when Apple goes down 3%? He buys more. When it goes up 5%, does he buy more? No, he waits till it goes down and then he buys more. It goes up 15%. It comes down 5%. He buys then. It goes up another 10%. Comes down 6%. He buys then. He's not buying at tops. If you were buying, you should be in your positions already. I would say tomorrow is about the latest on that. So let's see if we're right, huh, Jesse? You never know. Tauriki, you know, let's see if we're right. We like being right. We're not tired of winning. That's one thing we agree with Trump. We're not tired of winning. But anyways, gang, so let's call it a show. It was a nice, cute little show. Quick one today. Thank you guys for all your support as usual. It looks like everybody's from the membership. So we'll see you guys in the room, and everybody have a great Monday afternoon. If you are a football fan, enjoy. If you're not, go out and get some sunshine. It's a beautiful day out there. Let's get some sun before those hurricanes get here. All right. So you guys have a great afternoon. You guys take it easy. If you need the kind of advice all day long that we're giving in these little shows, you click that link over there if you want to build some wealth, if you want to make some money, if you want some camaraderie, if you want a support network that will never let you down. Go ahead and click that link. Okay, gang? So look, gang, all you members, we'll see you in the room. All you viewers, we'll see you tomorrow at the Tuesday show. All right.